All right, let's get right into it. We're at a critical moment in the crypto market, a real flashpoint, and it's all been triggered by a massive geopolitical shockwave that has forced everyone, and I mean everyone, to look at digital assets. So let's break down what's happening and what the next big move could be. So picture this. The date is January 4th, 2026. A terminal window is flickering that sickly green color in the dark. The world is just trying to process the news. Explosions in Caracas. This isn't just some headline you scroll past. This is the spark that's about to light a massive fire in the financial world. And here is the bombshell. Maduro has been captured in Venezuela. This is a world-shaking event. But what makes this a true flashpoint for us is the timing. All the traditional stock markets, they're closed for the holidays. That leaves the 24/7 crypto market as the only game in town, the only place for capital to react. It's a trial by fire, and Bitcoin has been suddenly shoved into the spotlight as the world's only active safe haven. So, what happens when a global market that never sleeps gets hit with a shock like this? Well, you get what our source is calling a violent and irrational frenzy. Let's take a look at the immediate fallout. And you can see right away how different parts of the market are reacting. Bitcoin is just resilient. It's holding strong at over $91,000, up a solid 1.4%. But honestly, the real action is happening everywhere else. XRP is making a historic move, Ethereum is holding steady, waiting in the wings, and the meme coins, they're in a state of pure euphoria. Let's zero in on one of the biggest stories of the day, the Great Flip. XRP just flew past BNB to become the #3 crypto in the world. And the reason why? A massive surge of hope. A key commissioner at the SEC is gone, and the market is betting big that a friendlier, less hostile regulatory era is on the horizon. This is a major shakeup in the crypto power rankings. Meanwhile, if you really want to see where the raw, speculative adrenaline is pumping, you have to look at the meme coins. It seems crazy, right? Global uncertainty, and these things are just partying. But in crypto, chaos is often seen as opportunity. Dogecoin is flashing a very bullish signal called a golden cross, and coins like PP and Bonk are just soaring, up anywhere from 10 to 25%. For the degen crowd, the high-risk traders, the party is in full swing. And this really just nails the feeling on the ground. If you had to describe the significance of this moment in one word, the source material gives us the perfect one: brutal. It's a high-stakes, ruthless environment where fortunes are being made and lost by the minute. Okay, so with all this wild price action, how do we actually read the room? How do we make sense of the market's psychology? Let's take a look under the hood at some of the market's vital signs. First up, the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. Right now, it's sitting at a 25. Now, that number falls squarely into the extreme fear category. And yeah, that sounds bad, right? But here's the thing. Historically, when this index is this low, it often means the crowd is panicking, and for savvy investors, that has often been the absolute best time to buy. The second vital sign we're watching is Bitcoin dominance. It's sitting at 58.5%. Now, why does that matter? Because we are right near a major historical pivot point. This is often the level where, after Bitcoin has stabilized from a shock, capital starts to get brave and begins pouring back into altcoins, searching for bigger gains. This is a classic signal that an altcoin season could be just around the corner. Okay, let's zoom out for a second. Away from the minute-by-minute charts and the crypto-specific stuff, let's look at the bigger picture. Because while day traders are duking it out, the big money, the institutional players, are quietly setting the stage for what's next. And this is a massive signal for the long term. Right in the middle of all this chaos, the U.S. Federal Reserve just pumped $22.8 billion of fresh cash into the system. According to our source, this is the market's signal that the money printer is warming up for the 2026 recovery cycle. Big money is getting ready. And it's not just the Fed. While retail traders are glued to the price tickers, one of the oldest and biggest banks on the planet, BNY Mellon, just launched a stablecoin reserve fund. This isn't just a press release. This is a giant piece of financial plumbing being laid. It's proof that the titans of traditional finance are building the foundations of the future, right under our noses. So, how might someone actually trade in this environment? Well, here's the strategy outlined in our source material. And of course, this is just for information, it's not financial advice. The game plan is to hold on to your core positions in hot sectors like AI and the top meme coins, skim some profits from that huge XRP run, and then rotate that money into the foundational DeFi projects that might be undervalued right now. So all of this, the geopolitical shock, the market frenzy, the big money moves in the background, it's all building towards one decisive moment. And folks, the next 24 hours are going to be absolutely critical. And it all comes down to this one question. This Monday morning, we get the PMI report. It's a key snapshot of economic health. The question for the market is simple. Is this report going to be rocket fuel, or is it a hidden landmine waiting to blow up? And that leaves us with two very clear, very different potential outcomes. Scenario 1, the PMI report comes in hot, confirming that inflation is a problem again. If that happens, expect a violent repricing across the market. But Scenario 2, if the report shows inflation is under control, that could be the exact rocket fuel Bitcoin needs to smash through six figures for the first time ever. We are at a true flashpoint, balanced on a knife's edge between extreme fear and wild greed, with a massive economic catalyst just hours away. As our source puts it, you do not want to get left behind when the ship starts to shift gears. What happens next could set the tone for the entire year.